Nowadays, we see a lot of mixed tag team matches in the WWE, but rare to see a man versus a woman in a singles match. Back in the days, during the Attitude and Ruthless Aggression era, man versus woman matches happened almost all the time. Join us today as we take a look at the top 5 best man versus woman matches of all time. At number 5, Jazz vs. Bubba Ray Dudley. Jazz was one of the best female wrestlers and the women's champion in the early 2000s. On WWE Raw, April 29, 2002, she challenged Bubba Ray Dudley for the Hardcore title. Dudley did not accept her challenge in the first place, but later agreed when weapons were introduced into the match. Jazz assaulted Bubba with numerous weapons during the match. Bubba was about to powerbomb Jazz through a table when Steven Richards showed up and saved her. Jazz hit Bubba Ray with a weapon, followed with Richards delivering a guitar shot to Bubba and pinned him to become the Hardcore champion. At number 4, Molly Holly vs. Crash Holly. When Molly Holly first arrived in WWE, she was said to be cousins with Hardcore Holly and Crash Holly and formed a team back then. Molly got into a relationship with Spike Dudley at a time when they were in a heated rivalry with the Dudley Boys. Both stables tried to separate them, as they weren't happy about Molly and Spike being in a relationship. This ended up in a match between Molly Holly and Crash Holly on WWE Raw, February 7, 2001. The match was very interesting, with Molly picking up the win over Crash with the help of Jacqueline. At number 3, Dean Malenko vs. Lita. Lita is one of the best female wrestlers in history, well known for her extreme style of wrestling and her feuds with Trish Stratus in the early 2000s. The Hardy Boys had a feud with Dean Malenko, who was part of the Radical stable. One of the reasons were Lita showing interest in Malenko. On WWE Raw, December 4, 2000, Malenko challenged Lita to a match which had some very interesting stipulations. He challenged her to a light heavyweight championship match. If she lost the match, she would have to go on a date with him, but if she won, she would become the champion. The match took place with Lita giving it her all, and even taking some really nasty bumps, but in the end, she tapped out to Dean Malenko. At the second spot, Jacqueline vs. Chavo Guerrero. Jacqueline is undoubtedly one of the most underrated women of all time. On WWE SmackDown, May 6, 2004, Chavo Guerrero, who was the Cruiserweight champion by then, held an open challenge for anyone to face him for the title. Jacqueline answered his challenge and made her way to the ring. Chavo was amazed as Jacqueline wasn't the opponent he was expecting. Chavo didn't take Jacqueline very serious. The match started and Chavo had full control. Jacqueline took some nasty bumps though, but managed to hit Chavo with a low blow to steal a win over Chavo to become the first ever WWE Women's Cruiserweight champion. At number 1, Chris Jericho vs. Chyna. During the Attitude Era, one of Chris Jericho's hottest feuds was against Chyna. They had 3 back-to-back matches in a row in consecutive pay-per-views. The chemistry between the two wrestlers was undeniable, and it didn't feel like the match was about a woman wrestling a man. At times, Jericho behaved abominably, but for the most part, the matches were just master class. At WWE Survivor Series 1999, Chyna defended her Intercontinental Championship title against Jericho. The match was just amazing. Both wrestlers took some nasty bumps, but in the end, Chyna hit a pedigree on Jericho from the top rope to retain her Intercontinental Championship. There you have it guys, best intergender matches of all time. Drop your thoughts in the comments and subscribe if you are new for more wrestling content.